Start broadcast. All right. Swipe down. Flip the camera.
Something new?
Say
what you're doing? You're like talking and stuff.
Right. I've only been doing it for 2 weeks. Okay. Thank you guys for coming back. Unfortunately, the Periscope app just closed. We all know that Periscope is new. They working the kinks out, and we're figuring out how to use it. Alexandria, thank you for returning, and thank you for inviting followers. So you can invite people on Twitter and all that good stuff.
Let me see how you can get this
Yeah, so we are continuing to sit down with Christopher Goodknews Cardwell, an amazing photographer based out of Rochester, New York. He will tell you all about his story, his journey to becoming a photographer. Hey, Mighty One PR, thank you for joining. He'll tell you all about his journey in becoming a photographer and a successful businessman. Again, if you have seen any of my, I would like to say, iconic images from the book release, me in that banging ass yellow dress, I will be interviewing Arlene Chubby Sutherland, of course. She was the designer behind that. Or if you have seen any of my promotional photos, Chris Goodknews Cardwell is responsible for all those images. And in true photographer form, he is trying to get the perfect light in here. I don't think he understands that Periscope is kind of informal. It don't have to be perfect, but you know.
I'm just like, I'm bringing out lights.
He's like, this is a reflection of my work. This shit got to be official.
Something to make it better.
So now it's dark. Thank you, Alexandria, for the hearts.
Here we come.
We're coming. Alexandria, I know you were a couple of years behind us at 16. Do you remember Chris Cardwell? And how are you doing this evening? And Mighty One PR, forgive me, I'm trying to think of your first name. Portia. Bam, nailed it. How are you doing this evening? Here we go. Yeah, they can write their comments too. So I'll keep talking in the meantime. Thank you guys so much for your patience. But as an entrepreneur, I do want to say this. Regardless of what your budget is, let me stand in the light because I was looking like an oil slick just there. Chocolate girl problems, okay? As an entrepreneur, it's very important that all of your packaging, all of your marketing look completely crisp. And so you have to stretch that budget sometimes so that you can pay for the best in the business. Now, if you get your homegirl and them to take them pictures, I mean, you might save money, but it's not going to look top notch. And if you're trying to go to a national and international market, people who do not know you, you need everything associated with your brand to be perfect. So that's why it was imperative that I use Christopher Goodknews Cardwell. And not because he's a longtime friend, but because I'm going to go ahead and say it, because he's the best motherfucking photographer around here. All right? Okay. Now I'm kicking it back to you. So you started in Ohio with your company.
Right.
And then the photographer wasn't reliable.
Right, correct. So we started the company Frontward Entertainment in Ohio. And make a long story short, I had ended up having to take over the photography for the company because we stopped working with the photographer that we had, and the more I did it, the more I started to fall in love with it. So when I moved to Rochester in 2009, and trying to do that little job search thing, I had a college degree. I got my bachelor's in psychology, so I'm trying to find different jobs to deal with that, substitute teacher jobs. Not really finding too many jobs of my liking because substitute teacher, you got the wait for like 2 years. It's crazy. So I just was like, let me see what I can do with this photography thing. I had did a couple of shoots for people in Rochester already, just doing it because that's just what I love to do. So I said, well, let me take it seriously and really see what I can build. And in 2009, that's basically when I started, and just worked hard. Started getting any book because I wasn't formally taught photography. I have an art background, but I wasn't formally taught in the craft of photography. So YouTube was a great tool for me to use. Because you could basically YouTube anything, and if you have a passion for something, I mean, if you want to figure it out, you'll figure it out. So, so I just started reading books, trial and error, YouTubing different things I could find that would show me, so I can get the effects that I was looking for in my photographs. And God would put different people in my path that would kind of like just help me and push me in the right direction. So I was very blessed in that sense to really meet the right people. to help me in my journey and just to have the drive to just go ahead and just do it. And really, that's what I did. And since 2009 to now, 2015, I've been blessed to have a lot of different experiences in my photography career, working with a lot of different celebrities and businesses inside of Rochester, outside of Rochester. And
Hold that thought. Because there are two words that you said that I want to pick up on. You said God and you said blessed. How much of a component is faith in your business?
When you're an entrepreneur, you live by faith. Because it's not, when you're an entrepreneur, you're not, put it like this, when you have a job, you know you can count on a paycheck every week. You know your hours, you can calculate your hours, you can basically say, okay, I work this many hours, I'm gonna get my paycheck, I can budget for this and do that. When you're an entrepreneur, it's really like living by faith because you have to go by what becomes available to you for your business. So if you don't book anything, like for my example, for me, if I don't book any shoots, I don't make any money. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta have faith in myself that I have the ability to go out and market myself to get those shoots.
Thanks for joining, Diana.
Oh, what's up, Diana? to get the shoots, so I can make the money and basically, you know what I'm saying, believe in myself, but also having that trust in God that as long as I'm doing what I need to do, He'll do what He needs to for me to be successful. So it definitely is a definitely big component of faith in there.
Yeah, I can attest to that too. I think, like you said, there's security and then there's freedom.
Right.
And as an entrepreneur, you don't get both. You get freedom, and then you have to create your own opportunities because otherwise you literally won't eat. And so when you're living like that, it builds your faith up because it's more of a reliance on
God. And you appreciate your business more too.
Okay, so you started to mention the different companies and celebrities you have worked with. Can you share some of those highlights with us?
Companies, City Grill. I don't know if any of you guys have won the Fashion Week. If you see,
you'll see me and my lovely husband walking in it.
Yeah, the shout out to Trey. That's my boy. Very good model. Used him in a couple shoots. But if you go to the Fashion Week, you'll see a portrait that I shot for City Grill and most of the East End Suite stuff. You'll see I shot a few different celebrities. I shot Machine Gun Kelly. Behind us, you'll see a picture of Rick Ross that he signed for me.
Right, he was big boy still.
Right, he was when he still had a little weight on.
Thank you for joining my.
Roscoe Dash, Mano, Jada. I shot stuff for Jada.
So those are the big names, and we all know you official. We see your Instagram. We know all of this. But what are the highlights? Give us like a story. Paint it for us.
Let me see. Cool story. Working with Kyrie Irving was pretty cool. I worked with Kyrie Irving, star basketball player of the Cleveland Cavaliers, through a company called PSD Underwear. I've been shooting stuff for them for years. It was a rush situation, but it was pretty cool. I went down to Ohio the first time to shoot them. Things didn't get to work out, but with God working, I ended up shooting Machine Gun Kelly actually instead of Kyrie Irving. So that's how I got to shoot Machine Gun Kelly, because I just happened to go down there for the shoot for Kyrie, and ended up getting to shoot Machine Gun Kelly. So big shout out to Kels for letting me shoot him. So then I ended up going back to Ohio for a second time and then the third time. So it ended up happening, and I got a chance to actually go to his house and experience that, meet him, shoot him real quick. It was a rush situation. I did the best I could, but they're using some of the ads for Champs and Foot Action now, so pretty cool.
Is that one of your highlights? Because
it's one of my highlights.
I see your question.
That's it's one of my favorite basketball players in the whole world.
Oh, so okay.
It's very exciting for me just to be like in his presence, because I play basketball all my life. He's one of my favorite players, and he plays for the Cavaliers. So that was fun for me. And then also, like I said, I got a chance to shoot Machine Gun Kelly, and meeting him and being able to do a shoot with him. He was an awesome person to work with, mad funny, cool, down to earth. You know what I'm saying? Welcomed me with open arms. So that was cool. I
am not on your level of cool. Who is Machine Gun Kelly?
Machine Gun Kelly, MGK. He's an artist from Bad Boy.
Okay.
He's a Bad Boy artist signed by Diddy. If he had, you heard the song back in the day, it's called Wild Boys. I don't know if you heard that song. I'm a wild boy. Wild boy. But that was a real big song, like a couple years back. He had that song. If you see the movie Into the Lights 2, was just, not Into the Lights 2, but Into the Lights also, the movie that just came out about some singer, and then she had a boyfriend, and she ended up falling in love with her security guard or something like that.
Okay.
With the purple hair. I think she had purple hair. Machine Gun Kelly was actually the boyfriend in the movie.
Oh, so he's multi-talented.
So yeah, so he does acting, singer-songwriter. He doesn't rap as much. He does more like punk rock rap type stuff.
Okay.
So he has a very big audience, but that's probably why you might not have heard of him too, because of the type of audience.
The genre.
Yeah.
So. OMG, you got to get your hip hop together, Banks. Don't judge me. Okay, that's what we're here for. But Alexander Rhea asked, do you travel?
Yes, I do travel. If you go on YouTube, you can actually see some videos that I shot in Atlanta, some in Miami. I mean, I've shot in stuff in LA, Atlanta, Miami, Ohio, Hampton.
How do you go from developing your skills in Ohio, coming back home and honing those skills, getting the business started? How do you go from that to getting these jobs across the country?
Really, it comes down to marketing. Marketing yourself, because if people can't hire you unless they see your work. And right now I'm on my way of doing another big marketing push for my business, so I can try to get more jobs and more bigger clients. But it comes down to marketing your business, having a quality product for people to want to shoot with you, because if you don't have the quality product to begin with, people aren't going to want to fly you out and shoot with you. So I mean, but that goes with any business. If somebody doesn't have a quality business or a business that's on a high level, they're not going to want to shop with you. So it's just having a business that's on the level where people would want to work with me that are in different states, you know what I'm saying, want to feel like, okay, he's good enough for me to pay money for him to come out here, shoot it, and then for us to send it back. So, and also constantly updating my portfolio, shooting new things so people see that I can shoot in different ways. So that's really important in getting jobs in other areas.
Alexander Rhea, thanks for your questions. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. Again, we're having a sit down with Christopher Goodknews Cardwell, one of the best photographers, period. We're not even going to say locally, period. So if you have any questions regarding entrepreneurship, because he has been in business since 2009, and we're going to go to how he kind of gets his corporate clients in a second. But if you have any questions about photography, being an artist, entrepreneurship, any questions for Chris, please go ahead and chime in. I just lost my whole train of thought. That's terrible because I had a question. So the first step is quality, right? And then the second step, you would say, is then the marketing of that quality
piece. Because I mean, if you don't have the quality, what are you going to market? You know what I'm saying? So it's basically honing in on your craft. Like I said, when you're with any business that you do, like my dad taught me, if you can't compete on all levels, you know what I'm saying? The exact quote goes, never use your race as an excuse. If you can't compete on all levels, don't compete. So, you know what I'm saying? I take that seriously. You know what I'm saying? I want my studio just to be as nice as no offense, but just to be as nice as any white person's studio. You know what I'm saying? I want when my people.
We want it to be better. That's what black people do.
Because not at the end of the day, I have to work twice as hard as these white photographers. Because I hate to say it, they kind of have it easier in some cases. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, that's just how the world works. You know what I'm saying? And but that's okay, because I don't mind working hard to show people what I can do or how my people can do. So that's just the way of the world. So I gotta have a standard when people come in here and they walk in and they see, okay, wow, he really takes this seriously. And that's what helps with me gaining more business, because people will leave here and tell people about Goodknews photography. How did it look? Was it ghetto? Was it nice? How did he treat you? Was he courteous? Did he help you out during your shoot? Did he rush you?
Was he on time?
Right. All these things play a part. So you just got to be on point. And for the most part, I try to be on. I mean, I'm pretty much on point with everything that I do. And if I'm not on point, I definitely make it right to my client, because customer service, that's another thing in business. Customer service is huge.
Repeat customers.
Customer service is huge, because there's a lot of people that do the same thing that I do. But some people will come to me just because of the attitude and the aura that I give off of positivity, because they know the feeling that they'll get here. They know they got good vibes. They know they got somebody that really wants to give them good images. So that's
and a real artist.
Right. Customer service is so big.
All right, so the top 3 for expanding: 1, quality; 2, marketing; 3, customer service. Because word of mouth is everything. As people are going to remember how you made them feel, how you treated them.
That's a fact.
And again, Chris is very well known. Everybody has seen his pieces. Everybody know that he gets national jobs. So you have a person like this, of this caliber, who's still a nice guy. You can't beat it. Website info, please.
You can check out my website, www.goodknews.M as in Michael, E as in excellent. So it's goodnews.me. Check it out.
Goodnews.me. And what's the Instagram and social media accounts?
I have 2 Instagrams. One is I_am_Goodnews. The Good News is spelled GOODKNEWS. That's my personal page. And then I have a portfolio page I just started building. It's called Good News Photography, all one word. You'll see nothing but my work on there. My personal page, you'll see stuff more of my personal life, pictures of me, stuff that I've done, experiences, and then on my portfolio page, just straight work.
How did you come up with the name Good News for your business?
Good News really isn't the name of my business. Good News is actually my nickname. So I got the nickname Good News back in like 2007, before I was even thought about doing photography, by one of my frat brothers. I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
I was waiting for that.
That's why you see the K in the Good News, spelled GOODKNEWS. And actually the news stands for Caney Noops Excite with Style. That's really what the news stands for.
Okay.
But because I'm a K master for Kappa Alpha Psi. But
it's kind of nice.
But the name Good News actually came from, because I'm a positive person, always speak positivity. And when I was around the bros, shout out to my boy Antoine Stiff. He's the one that actually gave me my nickname. He just started calling me Good Brother Good News. Good Brother Good News. Here comes Good Brother Good News. And it just kind of stuck. And the more times he said it, we'd be around more people, and then it just started catching on, and then people just started calling me Good News and calling me News. And when I was trying to think of a name for my company, for my photography company, once I decided this is what I wanted to do, I went through every single name I could think of, and I kind of, Good News was actually my last resort. I was like my last resort. I just was like, I'll just call it Good News Photography, because that's me.
I think it's interesting, because the best things that happen in business are the organic ones. So people often ask, okay, I don't know what kind of business I should have. I don't know what direction to go to. Normally it's the thing that you've been doing your whole life, or the nickname, or anything that's been associated with you organically. Those are the things that are the best fit for your business. Again, I'm Banke, the author. I am a new author, a new professor, a new entrepreneur, thank you, and a new wife. Hi, how are you? And I just share my journey with these scopes. This is the thank you tour, because we are coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the release of my debut novel, Always Want More. Make sure you check that out if you haven't already. It's available.
It's off the chain.
It's available everywhere books are sold. And Christopher Goodknews Cardwell is an amazing photographer who shot the iconic images from our book release, A Night of Hood Elegance. He is also responsible for all of my promotional photos. So all those different pictures that you see with the ads and the words, those photos came from Christopher Goodknews Cardwell. So if you're looking for somebody, again, who is very serious about his craft, somebody who can get you an edgy picture. Again, when you are in business, you don't want anything that's going to look like anybody else. So what I really appreciated about working with Chris is that I had this concept in mind. I talked with him, and then he's a creative energy. We went back and forth, and we came up with the 3 different locations and shots and how it would look, and it came out perfect. He really understood my vision. And he just broke down the 3 keys to running a successful business. Bye, y'all. The first.
That's one of my clients where we just had to give them their photos real quick.
The first is quality. The second is marketing, and then the third is customer service. So what's next for you?
For me right now, we got a big Halloween. Well, I'm doing different things. I do different things in the community besides photography, but I always try to put the photography spin on it somehow. So right now we're working on a very big Halloween. It's actually our second annual Halloween shutdown for the kids and community of Rochester.
Oh, that's in here, right?
It wasn't here last year. We have a new location that's going to be bigger, be able to hold more people, more activities, and we have some special new things that we're putting together. I can't just talk about it just yet, but you'll see probably sometime early next week. It's going to be really fun. But the Halloween shutdown for the kids, it's a safe alternative to trick-or-treating. We have candy, music, bounce house, face painting, warm apple cider, games, dancing. We'll have a movie playing for them. Also, I'll have my photo booth there so parents can take pictures of their kids with their costumes, best costume contest. So kids that are 12 and under or parents that have kids that are 12 and under have a safe alternative to trick-or-treating because, as you know, in these Rochester streets.
Don't talk about my city.
I love Rochester, but at times sometimes it can be a little rough. So we just want to give a safe alternative for parents that want to have their children in a safe spot and not have to worry about anything happening. And it's in a controlled environment and still get a good amount of candy and have fun.
Right.
So that's one of the next things I'm working on. Then I'm also doing in December I'm doing a Soul Santa event. So every year.
That's right. I love that.
Yeah. So I do this. This is actually my 4th annual one, I believe, this year. And you know how
Black Santa Claus, y'all.
Right. So I bring in a Black Santa because most people don't have Black Santas, but I bring in a Black Santa so we can have bring our kids to see the Black Santa Claus and take a nice little picture home with you. It's exactly how you do at the mall. Come in, picture printed on the spot.
Because we're all about quality. Remember that.
Exactly. And this year I even got something a little bit bigger planned for that in terms of the scenery and everything and making it something really special. So that's the next thing I'm working on too. So those are kind of the next 2 big things I'm doing for the community.
I want you to please write out the website name and the Instagram name so I can just hold it up in the camera.
Sure.
And then I'm going to ask you this question while you're doing that.
Okay.
You're a great multitasker. Your passion for the community, and again, Christopher Goodknews Cardwell was one of the sponsors of A Night of Hood Elegance, so he actually took those iconic photos in front of the Step and Repeat. It was so glamorous. He did that for me as a community sponsor, and he's kind of modest, so he's not going to tell you all of the work that he does in the community, all the different ways he looks out for different businesses. We spoke about this before. How do you keep your racial and social consciousness, and how do you kind of mix that with business?
Say that one time.
How do you mix? Right, I know. How do you mix your racial and social consciousness with business?
Well, for me, I'm definitely a proud Black man, and in this day and era is, in my opinion, in this day and era, it's like we have to show people really what we're made of, because there's so many different visuals of what the Black man is, what Black people are, how we're perceived. We're perceived to be a ratchet people, an aggressive people, rowdy people. Now we can't be those things at certain times, but they don't showcase the more. I feel like in society, the media, I'm more so talking about, they don't showcase us as Black men in a more positive light. So come on in. So with what I do with my business, or anything I do together, or anything I do all together, I always try to make sure to do it at the highest level. So it's respected at that level. How you doing? Give me 1 second, ma'am. And then
see, customer service.
So they respect it. You want people to show you a certain amount of respect, especially when you own your own business and you're running your own business, and you don't want people to try to nickel and dime you. For example, sometimes if people see you have a ghetto business or something like that, they'll try to debate you down or talk you down. But a lot of people, they come into my studio, they see how the setup I have, they really don't question my prices because they see already where I've come and they see the quality that they're gonna get. So they feel good for what they're paying.
You look the part, and everything about it looks the part.
Exactly. So, I didn't get to put the photography right there. So, when dealing in business, I'm a proud Black man, so I always try to uphold my race the best I possibly can and represent for the Black man the best I possibly can. So those visuals of what we've been made out to seem can kind of be false because not all black men are like that. Like we did the 100 Black Men photo shoot, 100 Black Men in Suit photo shoots in downtown Rochester. It went extremely well. We had beautiful. The media come out. They didn't give us good coverage because, I mean,
it's positive.
Yeah, they don't really show positive black coverage like that, which is sad. Exactly. Shout out to the Million Man March. It just happened. Awesome event.
Right. Trey went to.
I really didn't see a whole bunch of coverage on that, which is sad because that was an amazing.
But the good thing is we can create our own coverage. You know,
correct.
I don't have to wait for anybody to give me a talk show. I'm doing it now, and I can highlight proud black men such as Christopher Goodknews Cardwell, and you can find him on www.goodnews.me. That's the website. The Instagram account is, and of course it's backwards because I'm holding it up in the camera, right? But the Instagram account is I_am_Goodnews. Again, Goodnews always has a K. He's told you guys what the acronym stands for. And then that is Good News Photography on the bottom, and that's another Instagram account. Thank you, Alexandria. It was an awesome idea to just hold this up. Again, you guys can find Christopher Goodknews Cardwell on www.goodnews.me. Also, I_am_Goodnews and Goodnews Photography on Instagram. I have one last question for you, sir.
Let's do it.
How did you become a proud black man?
I was born black.
Well, where did the pride come from? Step one, be born black.
I mean, for me, first off, I'm proud just to be the person that I am. I mean, I'm proud to be black, but I'm also proud of the individual that I am. And with the individual that I am and being black, I'm also very proud of the skin that I wear. One of the things that I watched that really made me realize how much we've
Hey,
done.
Jalen, thanks for joining.
One thing that made me realize how much we've done as actual people is I was introduced to Hidden Colors a couple years ago, and that just kind of like Hidden Colors is just the tip of the iceberg. So I tell people, please do your research because there's so much more to
Don't get me started.
But Hidden Colors is
it's a good starting point, though.
Yeah, it's a good starting point just to see different things and learn about different things that we've done as a people that you might not have known. And from seeing some of those things, that's what made me really want to go out there and find out other things about all the inventions that we've had, patents that we've had that's been stolen. We've almost invented every single thing that you can possibly think of, which you would never know because of how it's marketed to society, which is sad. You know what I'm saying? Black men invented the cell phone. Black men invented the video game systems that you play today, the computer, the telephone, the landline phone, the peanut butter,
we're a people of ingenuity.
Washington, D.C., you know what I'm saying? Black man designed Washington, D.C. So it's so many things that we've done. And when people understand the lineage that we come from, you have no choice but to be proud of what you are. So, that's one of the ways I've become a very proud black man. So, yeah.
So knowing and sharing that history.
I feel like they're not as much as they could. They're not going to teach you that in the schools.
Why would they? It's not in their best interest, but that's our responsibility.
Yes, and that's the thing. More parents should be wanting to show their kids these things. Hidden Colors, Black Wall Street.
Or even to bring your kids to, is it called what is the Christmas event? With the
Soul
Santa event.
Just different things like that. Like people don't even know. St. Nicholas is actually based off of black man. You gotta look it up. St. Nicholas, black man. Pictures. You can find pictures of him.
Well, Chris,
Statue, black man.
I just want to say thank you again.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm so proud of you. You are kind of my role model as far as how to, again, no, for real, to have a business at a certain caliber that's going to get customers from all over, all races, because everybody got green money, right?
Exactly.
But at the same time, to still be yourself and to still be that artist and to still be somebody that gives back to the community. And I've said this 1,000 times, but 16 school makes them good.
16 school definitely holds it down. Shout out to Miss Cowles.
Shout out to Miss Pratt.
Hey, Miss Pratt.
Right. Oh, thank you, Jalen. We're proud of you too.
Shout out, Mr. Rocker. What she said? Who was Jalen? That's Jalen Little? Mm-hmm. What up, Jay? Soul Life all day.
West Side all day.
Soul Life, let's go. Soul Life mad. Get your t-shirt.
Right, but you know she's moving on to her next project.
What? What's that?
We all got to sit down, Jalen.
I'll let you boy.
The streets are asking. All right, again, I'm Bonke the author. I'm a new wife, a new entrepreneur, a new author, and a new professor, and I share my journey. Oh, she put it out there. Her dopeness.
What she said?
That's the new project, Her Dopeness.
Her Dopeness? Oh, that's dope. That's a dope title.
Right, it really is.
What about his dopeness? Dang.
Yeah, well,
that's messed up.
Maybe we could do business. So he got the Soul Life magazine, so y'all go way back.
Oh,
so that's what I'm talking about.
Soul Life, yeah, man. Soul Life was a great publication, man. Definitely.
Collabo. We started it here on a thank you tour. Whoop, whoop.
Soul Life needs to come back out, man, so we can blow Breakthrough Magazine out the water.
And it just got real. I'm going to sign off now. I don't want no parts. I love you all, and God bless. It always freezes on the stop. I'll just do that. Same difference. She laughing. That was great.